What's up, YouTube? 5 things you must give up right now to get in shape by summer. If you're new to the channel, my name is Troy. I'm a fitness consultant, been doing that for 20 years, worked with hundreds of people. I'm also a former fat guy myself, lost over 100 pounds of body fat, and created this channel to share that story and inspire people. Because if I can do it, you can do it too. Anyone can do it. See people successful at this all the time. And so I'd love to hear what's going well for you on your body transformation journey. Hit me up in the comments. If you haven't done so yet, take a second to smash that subscribe button. Doesn't cost you a thing, but it means the world to me. So, 5 things you must give up right now. Number 1, if you're trying to get in shape for summer, there's still time. But you need to stop drinking your calories. Give up liquid calories. Now, I'm not going to be a stickler on this. If you're drinking, let's say, regular soda, right? It's basically sugar water. And you're just taking in excess calories that are not essential. You don't need them, right? You need to eat. You need a certain amount of calories from the various macronutrients, carbohydrates, fats, proteins, and so on. But if you look at something like a soda, it's all sugar and it's not essential. You don't need it. It's something extra. And so if you're looking for kind of like a low-hanging fruit, an area to make cutbacks, boom, liquid calories, soda. And like I said, I'm not going to be a stickler on this. You could switch to diet soda. All right, I'm going to tell on myself real quick here. As I'm making the video, I'm enjoying a diet soda right here. It has the same, sweet, bubbly sort of essence of soda, yet sugar-free. All right, now I'm not going to debate on the chemicals and how it might be affecting you that way, but just in terms of basic, trying to tone up a little bit, body transformation stuff, getting rid of those liquid calories, however you're consuming them right now, can really help you make some progress on your journey. That's the first step that I took on my 100-pound weight loss journey. It was cutting out the soda and the liquid calories, so it's something to consider. Next, number 2, processed food. All right, in whatever way you're consuming that, guys. What it looked like for me was the drive-through, heavily processed. Any of those fast food joints that you're going to go to, that food is heavily processed. It's almost not even food, right? Someone drops it on the sidewalk and it sits there for months as you're walking past. And you noticed, you're like, how come that, it's 80 degrees. How come that ice cream hasn't melted? It's been 3 months. And the cheeseburger sits there untouched and so on. And so processed food, guys, oftentimes it doesn't fill you up. It's full of chemicals. It creates a lot of inflammation and a lot of problems. When you consume it, you receive really more problems from it than you do benefit to your body. And so you end up in a situation where you're still hungry, you're not feeling fulfilled, yet you have all of this downside, and it ends up, like I said, with all that inflammation and the way that it throws off your hormones and creates problems with having more hunger. It's not satisfying. It makes you want more. It fries you. It's so loud it fries your taste buds. And so what you really want to do is you really want to try to get into what we would call whole foods. Whole foods, just real food. Imagine that processed stuff, the stuff you get from the gas station, the bodega, the drive-through, all that stuff is almost like plastic. That's how I see it. It's not real food. And it's really tasty, and it's cheap, and it's everywhere. It's available. It's so easy. It's all around us. But I would invite you to look at it a different way and give that stuff up if you're trying to get in shape for summer. Next, snacking. Okay, now again, I don't want to be a stickler. It's fine if you snack, and it's totally fine if you snack and you're not struggling with your weight. But if you are snacking, right, that word can be a way sometimes that we justify taking in things that, again, are not essential. So, like, you don't have to do this, but some people structure a meal plan for themselves where they're eating certain things at certain times based on the plan. And you don't have to do it this way. But really the invitation is that if you want to make progress, be aware of the times when you are telling yourself that you are snacking. Oh, I'm just snacking, because it's almost like that doesn't count. And some of those times when we're telling ourselves that we're snacking, we're consuming foods at those times that are, one, not essential, and two, they're oftentimes counterproductive to our goals and what we're trying to do. Yet we justify it via that snacking lens, and that snacking stuff can get out of control. And we oftentimes go to the wrong types of foods when we're doing that. So it's something to consider. It's something to look at. If it works for you, that's great. Love to hear about it in the comments. Some people are grazers, and that works great for them. But if you're struggling, you could be snacking, snacking a roadblock on yourself. The snack monster's getting you. Okay, and while we're on the topic of the snack monster, I want to talk about number 4. Give it up to make progress for summer. It's binge eating, guys, and this one is it's near and dear to my heart, because binge eating is something that for me can result from snacking, right? So I'll avoid the snacking because that little snackety snack can open the floodgates and allow what I'll call the snack monster, or what I refer to sometimes, which I'm an evening sort of binge type person myself, opening the floodgates or going on what's called a rampage. Rampaging, eating a hole in the wall, let's say, right? If there's nothing, but you're going into the fridge and you're just eating everything. You're looking in the cabinet, whatever you have, you just consume it all, mass consume. And when you do that, it's really hard on your body. Number one, your systems in processing all of that excess, just volume and calories and oftentimes fats and so on that happens when you binge. It's not good for your body. It's not good for your mind, because it really feels like giving up. And it's such a vicious cycle. We beat ourselves up when we binge. And I know that I can be really hard on myself, and I hear people tell me all the time how that can really affect their mindset. And so we want to try to avoid binge eating, and however you do that, it's really up to you, right? Really finding a strong why and how to do that. But just recognize those times when we overconsume, when we rampage, right? How do you feel when you do that, right? It's not worth it. In the moment, that feels really good, right? We probably get some dopamine or something from that. It's like, yeah, it's a rush. Wow, I'm going in. But then there ends up being a lot of regret. And so to avoid that, guys, to get in shape for summer, we got to work on a way of maybe cutting back on that binge eating. And sometimes one of the reasons why we're binging is because we're doing so well. And I don't know if this happens to you, but sometimes we're doing so well on our diet and cutting back that we're just really hungry, and we find ourselves vulnerable. And particularly for me, it happens in the evening, but everybody's a little bit different. And because you're so hungry, you become vulnerable to over-consuming once the snack monster comes to visit you and you go on a rampage there. So let's work on that, guys. Let's just be mindful of it. Finally, and this one is really most important, but it's limiting beliefs. Number 5, if you want to get in shape for summer, you have to believe you can do it. Some of the hardest people to help are people who are intelligent. Really, it's people who are intelligent, because they come up with the best excuses and justifications and reasons for why they can't do it. And that's really not helpful, because they create a self-fulfilling prophecy where, because of their intelligence, they prevent themselves from being able to do the thing that they need to do. So it requires a little bit of belief in yourself. I know that you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. And I see people do it all the time. But the people that I don't see do it are people who do mental gymnastics to come up with reasons around why they can't. So it's worth looking at. It's worth looking at your own beliefs. And, summertime is a couple months away now. And giving yourself a couple months, you can really make some progress in that amount of time. It's enough time. You can do it, but you need to be mindful of this story that you're telling yourself about yourself. Find an important why. The why, I can't give you the why. I can give you all the guidance in the world. I can give you the how. There's a lot of different hows. There's many different ways to be successful at this. But it's really important that you have a why that's very strong, and I can't give you that. So I'll give you the what's, I'll give you the hows, you come up with the why, and stay away from those limiting beliefs because you can do it. You got plenty of time, but you need to start right now. Thank you guys for watching the video. Smash that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.